of all currently would have to be Jake Paul's fight against Nate Robinson. Knocked him out a few weeks ago. And now the new bit for everyone on the planet is I want to fight Jake Paul. You hear it from random bot accounts on Twitter. Like, yeah, that's a good promotion. Steelers fan 7489.
7558.
Yes, 7558 versus Jake Paul. That'll sell well. Everyone wants to fight Jake Paul. He's obviously gearing towards Conor. He's not going to fight anyone that he could possibly lose to until he gets that Conor fight, is my take on that. So I'm curious what you have to say about everyone wanting to fight Jake Paul now.
It's just so predictable. You have like C-list athletes. Like he's not going to fight some lower level NHL player. I saw a couple of the NHL guys wanted to hop in the ring with him. You're not nearly famous enough.
Yeah.
I appreciate trying to jump on the clout train to try to get your Twitter interactions up, but you're not going to get a fight with Jake Paul. He's on top of the world right now. That was one of the most talked about sporting events of the past 6 months because, as we've said on this podcast, the bubble was unwatchable for the NBA. NFL is fake this year because both our teams suck.
Right.
The highlight of my sporting calendar in 2020 was, I'm sorry, Jake Paul knocking out Nate Robinson.
Yeah.
So to summarize, he's not going to fight an NHL player. I could see him fighting Dylan Dennis, who is
he's a UFC fighter, right?
Yeah, he's one of Conor's posse members. He's big on the Instagram community. He goes out with a social media influencer. I don't want to be quoted because I don't know this woman's name. She wears very revealing clothing and she's very provocative on social media. But Dylan Dennis has never gotten a UFC contract. He's just on Conor's coattails, but he somehow always throws himself in the middle of these beefs. I heard Logan Paul actually, ironically, was the brother who got the Floyd contract. So I don't know how that works because Jake Paul has much more buzz right now than Logan Paul, but I guess Logan's the better fighter. So
I don't know. Maybe he wants to fight the worst fighter. He is bigger, which is like a big thing with Floyd. People are like, if you fight someone who's 6'3", 6'4", they're not gonna have a chance against him.
Yeah, this is gonna be a weird fight if this is actually going down because, like you said, he's a lot bigger. Floyd's a really little guy. I'm pretty sure he's like 5'6", 145 on a good day. So that just doesn't go. Like, that doesn't sit well with me. He's fighting like a 6'3", 200-pound dude. But it's just going to be probably a bloodbath on Floyd's side unless they rig it. The key thing about that whole Jake Paul fight was I could tell that he was going to knock him out because Nate Robinson was completely out of shape and he just didn't look like he wanted to be in the ring from round one. But that Mike Tyson fight was the most rigged sporting event of 2020.
Bad. We called that out so bad. I'm like, if you bet on this, you're so dumb. Like,
the DraftKings CEO laughed his ass off because they scored it a draw, and I think everyone and their brother had Mike Tyson in that fight. And by all accounts, every boxing person said he destroyed him.
And they were pushing the gambling. They were pushing the gambling end too, so it was the clearest.
And like they had like a live odds tracker, like, oh, Mike Tyson's now a minus 2,000 favorite, like heading into the last round. So like every step of the way, they kept baiting people. Put more money on Mike Tyson, and then they scored a draw. And then the icing on the cake was Mike Tyson at the very end getting interviewed by Jim Gray's corpse. He said, "Yeah, I don't even mind that it was a draw. Slaps you in the face." While you lost your bet, you have no one to blame but yourself for betting on two 50-year-old dudes boxing each other.
Yes. So big takeaways from this whole headline is, number one, anytime there's a draw in combat sports, it's fixed. Absolutely, without question. We saw it live with Tyson Fury, the first one. And then if you're an intern at Barstool, you're not going to get a fight with Jake Paul. And Logan Paul versus Floyd is a great call because Logan sucks, but he's twice his size, so it'll settle a lot of great.
I'll watch it. I'll stream it. I'm not paying for it.
Everyone's watching it, whether or not you think it's stupid or not. You're gonna watch it.